guys, so in this explanation video, we're going to have a little look at fractions of a number. So fractions of a number. And there are two main things that I think of when discussing fractions. So fractions are a part of a whole number, so it's not a full number, but it's part of a whole number. And also that they can look like this, and that the top number is called the numerator, and the bottom number is called the denominator. Now a nice little way that I try and remember this, if you've been in my class you'll know this one. The numerator, I can't really think of a little rhyme or a reason why we'd remember that that's the numerator, but it is. But the denominator, the little trick for that, it's on the bottom, so it's down, so it's the denominator. Begins with D, denominator. If you've been in my class you probably know that one already. So yeah, numerator, denominator. Now what we can actually do is we can work out the fraction of a whole number. So you might see a question that looks something like this. So you've got 1/2, 1/2 of 8. Now you might already know what 1/2 of 8 is, but there's actually a way of working this out using fractions of a number. So you just need to know the method. So this is what you do. You divide by the bottom and you times by the top. So you're doing two operations here. You're doing division first, and then you do a multiplication second. So you divide by the bottom and times by the top. Now if you're in my class, or if you've ever been in one of my classes, you remember that we often chant this. So we go, you divide by the bottom and times by the top. Divide by the bottom and times by the top. Quite as opposed. Divide by the bottom and times by the top. Loud as you can. Divide by the bottom and times by the top. And we just keep on chanting it and chanting it and chanting it. I'm going to stop now though, because my neighbours are going to think that I'm crazy otherwise. So you divide by the bottom and you times by the top. So back to this question here, you've got 1/2 of 8. So you divide by the bottom. So you take what you've got, your total, so you've got 8, and you divide it by the bottom, which is 2. So imagine you've got, I don't know, 8 cookies. Let's make it interesting. Imagine you've got 8 cookies. You're sharing it between 2 people. So I've just got 2 little groups here. So I'm just going to keep on going until I reach my 8 total. So we've got 1 can go here, 1 there, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I've reached my total of 8. I've shared it into 2 groups. 1, 2, 3, 4 in each group. So our answer, 8 divided by 2 equals 4. So that's it so far. We've divided by the bottom. So if you want to, you could tick off that bottom part there. Okay? But now we need to times by the top. So I'm going to change the colour for this one. We've got our 4, which we've just made. Okay? And we're timesing it by the top. Now thankfully, this one's quite nice for us. We've got 4, and we're timesing it by 1. So 4 times by 1 equals 4. Don't get tricked and think 4 times 1 equals 0. 4 times 1 equals 4. Okay? So your answer, 1/2 of 8 equals 4. Let's do a different one. And let's change the numerator on the top, so it's a bit trickier for us when it comes to the timesing part. So this one here is 3/4 of 16, so 3/4 of 16. Now you've got your 16, and you're dividing by the bottom first. So it's 16 divided by the 4. So I've just turned it onto the other side of the board just to make it clear. You've got 16 divided by 4, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 different groups. And we're just going to keep going until we get to 16. So we've shared it into our 4 groups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And now I stop because I've reached my total, which is 16. In each group, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 16 divided by 4 equals 4. Good so far. So going back to this question, we've done the bottom part of main. We've taken 16 and we divided by the bottom, which is 4. So 16 divided by 4, 16 divided by 4 equaled 4. Okay, so we divided by the bottom. If you want to, tick it off. Now we need to times our answer by the top. So we've got our 4 and we're timesing it by the top, which is 3. 4 times 3 equals 12. 3/4, 3/4 of 16 equals 12. Divide by the bottom and times by the top. Divide by the bottom and times by the top. Divide by the bottom and times by the top. Divide by the bottom and times by the top. Divide by the bottom and times by the top. Divide by the bottom and times by the top. Divide by the bottom and times by the top.
Divide by the bottom and times by the top. Divide by the bottom and times. Divide by the bottom and times by the top.